Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be in the studio today. Today is another day for another stuff. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff that has to do with the movie industry in Akwa Ibom State. And I have a very great man in our midst, the veteran Nollywood actor. What I'm talking about is the legendary Moses Esco, DGN.
Thank you
Thank you
very
to be here.
much. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir,
Thank
for
you.
being
I'm
here.
glad to be here. Thank you.
And I have my co-host here, no other person but Missy Comedy TV, an actor, a thespian, and also a content creator. Mm.
Okay, greetings everyone watching us. We are happy to have you all here. Welcome once again.
Okay, so I'm looking at the journey so far, as a Nollywood actor, as a veteran actor, what, what can you say about the Akwa Ibom film industry, the birth of the film industry and the growth so far?
Yeah, the birth of the film industry in Akwa Ibom State. Um, I think we're up to about. I think we're more than 20 years now
120 years.
as an industry in Akwa Ibom State, and
Okay.
we actually started. We actually started with. We actually started when Nollywood actually also came into Nigeria
Okay.
a few years after the release of Living in Bondage.
Okay.
In Lagos, that's the Kennedy Okonkwo and the rest. The few of us that were here also put our acts together and started the film industry also here. There were films, there were productions. Mostly it was NT those days, and productions like Land of Talk Cocoyams and those mostly those were television productions. And um, then then came this production that was made in Calabar uh, by my brother then, as Emmanuel Eyo. And then the next one was Akwa from a film produced, directed by me. And that was in the year 1998, few years after the revolution of living in bondage. By 1998, our very first film shot in Uyo, you know, was released, and that birthed the revolution that is today known as Akwa Ibom film industry by so many people, and also called Ibom Nollywood by myself.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, please, I want to find out the first film that was shot in Akwa Ibom State.
First ever film in Akwa Ibom State was called Aquafam.
Akwa.
Aquafam, yes. That film gave birth to several greats of today. People like Akanegboyon today that most of you see have been doing musical videos, shooting film videos, and several other people became success in the industry through Aquafam. The very first film, indigenous film in this part of the country was Kufrima, but it wasn't shot in Akwa Ibom. It was shot in Cross River State by Emmanuel Eyo. Yeah. So Aquafam became the first one here, and then seconded by several other films that came after that. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, I would like to find out the benefits or what have we achieved so far.
As an industry.
Yes.
As an industry, we've achieved a lot. When Aquafam was released, then the all these cameras and editing studio I'm seeing here that you're having was not here. The only editing studios at that time was Multicam, and it was in that story building that you see between Ngwangiba and Oron Road. That
Okay, okay.
that story building there, that was where Mr. Kwe, who recently the immediate past director general of the Akwa Ibom Television, that's AKBC,
Okay.
who also became one-time chief press secretary to Governor Akpabio then. But in those days, he is the very first person to bring uh, a film studio with computerized digital film studio to Nigeria. Before those days, we used to have reel to reel. This I don't know whether you were born then. Reel to reel came before VHS, and the reel to reel is this long tapes, big
Digital.
big tapes that will be turning. Tack, 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 tack. After that, we have the VHS before you start having the CDs, and then today. So it became generation from one generation to the next generation. The digital generation came into you through that multicam studios.
Mm.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, sir. I can remember a few years ago the introduction of YouTube to Nigerian and other countries. The movie industry in Akwa Ibom State suffered a lot. when it's come to that angle?
Yeah, it was not in the entire movie industry. It was a particular set of people, that the marketers.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to go into, but each time I want to talk about this, it will sound as if I am criticizing them. But people make mistake. But this mistake, that particular mistake, was a very costly mistake. Yes, the marketers those days um believed so much in this analog, the SR,
Okay.
so standard resolution, and they refused to accept the high resolution, the HDs. You know, they refused to accept it, and then they also did not want to have anybody talking to them about the digital revolution that was coming, in terms of when we talk, as I'm talking about the online revolution that was coming. They didn't. There was a time a few of us packaged and brought DSTV to Akwa, because before that time we used to have um we had a movie industry in Akwa Ibom, an indigenous film industry that, we can say, has sold up to, at least there were films that sell up to 1 million copies. And there was films that sell CDs that sold up to 1 million copies, have 1 million copies. This is Jehovah sold up to 1 million copies, Landlord 1 million copies, Sorry, 1 million copy. Films like Uyai, more than 1 million copies, a whole lot of films like that. So these people, the DSTV that was coming into Nigeria then decided to add us as one of the indigenous um, set of people that are doing movies and deserve to have a channel. So they came to me, and I decided to call a few of us together, and we approached the marketers, because the mistake those days that we also made as producers was that we didn't have right to most of our films. When you finish making a movie, because you have zero capital, you go to a marketer and then negotiate, and the marketer, you give the whole right to the marketer through the agreement you sign, and the marketer own the product, buy it outright from you. So the marketers became richer by having most of these master tapes, and these master tapes were in these smaller tapes. They were in tapes. They did not, have the soft copy of it. They were in SR tapes. So um the the company came, and I'm talking about African Magic. They came to us, and we had the meeting then at Udok Street, and um we accepted as producers, as filmmakers. But the marketers who own the right to these movies refused to accept DSTV, refused to hand over their products to DSTV. In fact, at the end of the day, they walked out of the people. Do you understand? Now came these small intels to this Plaza started expanding. Those days, Victor Ta, who was then the governor, decided to establish the science park. You understand? Start building science park, and Plaza started expanding. We didn't start having memory cards. Do you understand? And some digital gadgets that was coming in, and then we started talking to them about expansion. Nollywood started meeting. That was when we have the Nollywood City um, um, channel on YouTube, and then other channels. So we spoke to them about also establishing channels, talking to them, but they refused. In fact, one of us had problems. We decided they never even, they blocked the door to anybody joining that session or coming to address them about these things. That was the problem we had. So when the digital world, finally come to stay, they lost out. And CD started going. People, companies that produce CD, to their shock, companies that were making, becoming very familiar with them, companies that was producing CDs started going to movies, music, like um I'm not only talking about films. They lost a lot, musical videos like David Sunday music used to sell in million copies. You understand? Millions of copies. There's other artists then that whose products sell in millions of copies. That's excluding piracy. Do you understand? And into interior villages all over these countries. But then we lost. And I want to say that that loss was not uh, it did not come through the producers. It came through the people we sold our products to, and who own the right. So you cannot release this product back to the DSTV channel. You cannot, because definitely they were the owners of the product. Yes.
And I think this is one of the reasons why Akwa Ibom movie industry seems not to go forward and higher than this.
Yeah, that it actually affected the industry, but I stepped out. Do you understand?
Okay.
You know, that's why I stepped out. Then the very first time I came out was with I convinced my brother Home Black Man, and together we came up with a unified YouTube channel that we called Aqua Cross Nollywood TV. And then I want to also say thank you to my sister Senator Savior, who also established Aqua Cross TV. We all in Asaba there. We started shooting indigenous TV to lock them on YouTube, and we came to find out that most of these in um um our movies, our old movies that we went into collisions to lock them up on YouTube. Some young people, Akwa Ibom people who are pirates who stayed in Sweden, actually used to come home. Said our films used to sell in millions of copies. They actually came home, packed these films, packed these music, and the blind marketers they were too blind to see. Those who pack these movies and load them up. One of them is a very popular pirate that I'm talking to now. I believe I pray God to forgive him, and because he has promised to change his life after making so much money from us. His name is Prince of Bakassi. He owns a channel called Prince of Bakassi. He loaded almost 90% of those our films then on YouTube. He will come to Woodrock Street and buy them and rip them off the CD and load them on YouTube. So by the time we tried to establish a YouTube channel for our station, we realized that those films already were on YouTube.
The channel
And yes, and secondly, the editors then did not also know the rules of this YouTube. That in YouTube you have to use original. Yes, you have to use original sound. So most of our films then, not only us, most of the Nollywood films then were using people's music, as copyright and people's sound and all that. So those things start striking, and they discouraged us from doing loading those old films. So going forward, I sat down and decided that I should do something. So I brought some of us like minds together, and we established what is today known as Ibom Nollywood TV on YouTube. And that's not all we are going to do. We are working towards having an Ibom Nollywood TV or Ibom TV on African Magic DSTV channel. We have gone far discussing what is affecting us is not only we are not the indigenous people that are affected by this revolution. The people in Edo State are also affected. So at a particular point, I am collaborating with my brother, who is a colleague, Paul, that is in Edo State, who is also championing the same cause. Having this because now the DSTV, the African Magic people are talking to us that our producers are discouraged. We don't have enough content anymore like we used to have those days. So while talking to our people here, we're also directing, good production, good sound, good picture, good actors to interpret their roles. Then when you do that, you have a good film. And when you want to influence society, you have to influence the culture of the society positively. You have to influence the story of society, the history of society positively. Let the children grow up to learn their history. Let the children grow up to learn their languages. Let the children grow up to learn their folk songs. As they listen to these things, and then let them be proud of their roots. That is what we represent. We that are making films in Akwa Ibom State with our culture and our languages. Yes.
Okay, so let me
Okay.
ask.
You can ask.
Okay, so does the movie industry in Akwa Ibom State have a dark side?
Dark side. When I don't know what you. Okay, let me think. A dark side. Yeah, there's some negative people. Some difficulties. There's no laudable thing or
Some
project.
people find it difficult to start a movie, thinking they won't be able to excel in the industry. So the scenes should I say it seems impossible for them to achieve their goals in movies. They will just be like, I don't think I'll be able to meet up to the top.
You see,
So what's your advice to people that are intending to start a movie production? What's your advice
as a
to them
producer or as an actor,
as a
because these are two
producer? Because
worlds.
there are some people that are really interested in producing Akwa Ibom movies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. That's the dark side.
Yeah, that's the dark side.
First, before the advent of this YouTube revolution, do you understand? it used to be difficult to make a film and sell, because the only people we looked up to those days was the dog street people. That's the marketer. So when you finish making productions, you go to them and say, how can I duplicate? How can I distribute? They will tell you, we can't do this for you. We want to buy it outright. Do you understand? So people used to be discouraged. Do you understand? Sometimes you finish making a film, you go to talk to these marketers. You don't see marketers to market your film after you finish making a very good movie, and then the price they're pricing you is low, the condition, the distribution um conditions given to you is low. You cannot make back even your capital. Those used to be those were the problems, the difficulties we used to have. But with this YouTube, just like my senior colleague KOK said, that YouTube has actually helped us. You understand? You don't need buyer. You understand? All you need is work for your channel to be monetized. You load your product there, and the product is there for as long as you live. You understand? You may not make all the money now, but you will make the money. You understand? Because the product, people are still watching that product, is still going. You keep, referring to the product through adverts, through the things you're doing, and then it keeps going, and it becomes your property. You understand? That is the good thing about the today, revolution of the film industry in Akwa. And secondly, the next dark side we have, I have already told you about. I say we have some brothers who are in Sweden. I hope they are watching me now. They should stop. Akwa songs on videos, Akwa dance on studios. They hijack it immediately.
They claim they
They,
are
they,
these things.
they steal those things. Sometimes they'll use machineries abroad there and remove the watermarks, and then repost on their channels, their YouTube channel, and then make money from the producer. Sometimes they may even remove the name of the producer and steal it. So I believe God is going to touch them to stop that. Yeah, because definitely as they are doing that, they are discouraging other people that would want to invest in the film production. I've spoken to my brother Ayo about it. I've told him, please stop this. That's the only dark side we have. But it's not, that dark side is not peculiar to Akwa Ibom. It's happening
It happens
everywhere. Even this program that is live now, somebody may steal it and then
They
put
want to take the
watermark
content.
and take the content. Then why it's really affecting us in Akwa Ibom is that the country is so difficult. Somebody will go and take a loan to make a film. Maybe the person is a starter,
to get
and
it back.
expect to get impact, and then you do that to the person. So please, if it stops, it's going to actually be good, because it will not discourage producers again. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about let's say filmmakers, like the crew members, the directors, producers, and the host of crew members who ask the female actors for sex before they give them.
I don't believe that thing. I don't believe. I don't believe in that. I don't like talking about.
But I think
No, even yeah.
in Nollywood as a whole.
No, not Nollywood as a whole. It's happening in churches. Pastor demand for, if you want us to talk about sex on live, pastor demand for sex before you pray for somebody. It's happening, and you're not talking about it.
Back.
Now it's happening in hospitals. A child will go with his family to go and treat the mother.
Corruption.
It's everywhere. It's not peculiar to Nollywood. It's only that why I'm defending Nollywood is that people keep that
saying it.
particular notion has stopped talent from coming out from your houses. A mother was saying, my child can never act because of what is happening in your industry. But it's happening in the woman's church. It's happening in the woman's backyard. It's happening in the woman's place of work. You understand? It's happening everywhere. It's not only in Nollywood. In Nollywood, let me say this to all of you that are listening to me. A good director will not demand for sex, because a good director is like a good painter. Every director is like a painter. Do you understand? If I have if I want to paint a specimen, maybe I'm trying to paint, and then the colors that will give me the best of pictures are black, blue, and green, and orange. 4 colors: black, blue, green, orange. And I started my painting. I know that with these colors, I'm going to get a good painting. And then the red come. Do you understand? Red is not part of the colors that was given contract to paint, but red come and request that he would like to enter that painting.
Okay.
So that if red give me sex, red will enter the painting. Do you understand? And I get sex from red, sorry, and then use red instead of orange. Will I be able to get, to achieve what I wanted to do?
Depends.
I will not. A
And I
good
think
storyteller can never bring a wrong tool. Do you understand? Now, because let me tell you, in my training, hmm, an actor is a tool in the hand of the director to interpret if the director is his or her plot. Everything you see there, actor, camera, which is picture, sound, actor, sound, picture,
yeah.
props, are all tools that a director wants to use to interpret a plot. Tools in the hand of a director. So why should a good director, use a wrong tool? Will he be able to interpret the plot? He will not. Do you understand? So I don't see that thing coming in. It's just blown out of proportion. Where this sex is even getting greater now is in the pulpits. Do you understand? It is not in the film industry. No, it's not only in the film industry. Because I am seeing great competition in directing. You understand? Among directors, there's a lot of competition. You do your film, even the young directors, I've been seeing them. They do their movies today. The other one want to do pass. The other one want to direct the film that Netflix will carry. If you're hoping to go to Netflix or your movie should enter the cinemas and be a box office hit, how will you want to use a wrong tool? Because the wrong tool is your girlfriend. Then you are killing your career. So I don't think it's so much in the film industry again. It's just people are just doing it. Yeah, people are just saying it. Yeah.
Individual differences.
That's
I
the
put
bit.
it that way.
Like I used to say, oh yes, yeah. What you want to do, what you're doing for yourself, it's not the norm. It's you doing it. Yes.
So, sir, how about money for role?
Money for role. Money for role.
Yes, sir.
When an actor is charging millions now, who is paying the money for role? Is it the producer paying the money?
I mean the upcoming actors, not the established actors.
Upcoming artists, you are just the only upcoming artist that is paying money is wasting his or her time because not for role. If you're paying to register into a production house or you're paying to register into the film industry, not paying for a particular role, nobody can pay anybody for role. You want to go and pay a role that Ramsey Noah will play, you say I will buy that role 5 million. Can you do that? And then the person knows you're not a good actor and you don't have a face to sell that film, and he remove he pocketed the money that producer gave him or her to go and bring Ramsey Noah and then collect you 10,000 and give you Ramsey Noah. Let's reason. Let's not let's not let's not allow people come and say these things against my industry. Nobody does that. You go and pay for which role? You pay for Waka Pass now to be a member of the congregation in the church. You cannot come and pay for a good role in a film that's okay, like in YouTube now. We are doing this. Even when you're doing your productions, you're looking for faces for particular roles that somebody will love to watch that content on YouTube. And then somebody come and give you money and say, you have arranged, you've arranged. You finish your arrangement and the production table pre-production table. You are bringing this star for a lead. You are bringing the other star for a lead. You are bringing the other face for a lead. And this girl knows how to act for a lead. And then somebody come from right up and said, take 5,000 naira. Do you understand? And then I want to play that Ramsey Noah role. You start pricing. Give me 10. He said, person say, give me 15. Just that. And you stop hiring a star that will sell the film. Think now.
I think that's one of the problem we are facing.
We are not facing that problem. That problem does not exist. In the head of the imaginator. That project doesn't exist. I'm telling you the impossibility in that project, that particular concept.
Okay.
Nobody can pay for a good role. You can only pay for congregation. Yes, you can never pay for a good role. Somebody's
Some directors are so hungry for the money. They
you
will
know,
want to get the money in order to give the role.
then they will go to jail because the producer that is hiring them to direct wants to sell his or her film. And you carry a role that you would have given somebody that will sell the film and give to collect money. Those are notions. I don't believe in them. Okay. I may say that this directing, maybe me, I don't big pass because this directing thing is a level. Do you understand? When you go and hire a quack, do you understand? Who does not?
There are some people that are still coming up in the industry that are not really doing well.
If you are even paying for role, The person that collect you money for role, what are you paying for? The kind of director that should collect you money for role, you're just wasting that money. The kind of director that you will sleep with to play lead role, the film and the director and you are not going
Because
anywhere.
the movie is not going anywhere.
It doesn't make sense.
Yes, that's the truth.
You understand?
Hmm.
So that is it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. I think the issue is from the upcoming actors, like people that say, I want to act. They do everything
See,
within their power to make sure that
And to
they
make sure they
be
are at
part
the
of
top.
the.
see, this is what I do for upcoming actors, and people can bear me witness because I'm not saying what is not existing.
Okay.
I don't want to mention name, but I may be tempted to mention names. By the special grace of God in my hand, I can boast of 25 stars, Nollywood stars that God has used me to raise. Do you understand? As I'm talking to you now, I'm holding 5. They are not paying anything. The star icon that played Asari, I've never known her from Adam. No, the mother, no father, no nothing. She just came to audition and impressed me. I'm signing her. Do you understand? With Faithful Daniel and several people in Ibom Nollywood TV. That is how you discover people. Do you understand?
Okay,
There
should
are
we
people I
say
have met who are today's stars that I didn't know them, but God used me in their life. Do you understand?
okay?
So when another jealous person stay aside and see you're pushing this one, instead of the person to go and work on his or her talent, he starts saying you're sleeping with the person or you are collecting money. There's nothing like that. It's
Okay, they
talent
should
that's
work
working.
more on their talents
For
and their acting skills in order to get to the level they wish to
when
get.
you perform well,
Yeah.
when you have impressed a good filmmaker,
Okay.
producer, see, there are two people that makes a movie. The owner of the film is the executive producer.
And the
The
actors.
manager of the film is the producer. The director is like the contractor that is building the house. That's somebody that can call the house contractor, the engineer. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now, if you have a house to build now, do you understand? And then you hire an engineer on set to come and build your house for you. Do you understand? And then you come and see the engineer use red bricks, combine bricks and block. You ask, will the size match? If the house fall down, who will you arrest?
In the contractor, that's the
So no producer will see you come out of a hotel room with a girl and then use the girl for lead in his role, in his film. So those things don't are imaginations, they don't exist. They don't, yes.
I think I'm seeing comments there. Someone was saying something.
Okay, we have a comment
Yeah,
from
it was quite
Divine.
funny.
What is say? Let's
Comment
go
from
there.
Divine Praise TV. He said, Good evening, sir.
Mhm.
Talk for
Please
yourself.
talk for yourself and not defending. I can act very well, but when someone that knows what I can do contacted me, you see that when you get to the place, the director will demand
Demand
to say,
for Faith to
"Mm,
act the lead role.
It depends, my
And you
dear.
see the other girls accepting, and you will see them acting the lead role. Um, the lead, okay, is too much in movie industry.
Now these
That's what we're
films,
talking about.
these films, my dear. I know you're watching me now. Those films that those quack directors, because that's why I don't like people calling me a buildie. Do you understand? Because quack bear that name too. Those films that those quack directors sleep with whoever they sleep with. Do you understand? And do the drama. How far have they go? Film go?
Have they gone?
Have they gone? Those are not films now. Those are dramas. Do you understand? A man that is a professional that wants to hit a point like the level that God has brought me now. So how can I descend low? And I want to film. Do you understand? I am looking to how to hit a box office. And I come to use something that has no meaning in a particular place that everybody will see. Okay, just go and watch Asari now. Everybody watching that film is that the reviews I had on social media saying all the actors were on point. They are good. They are this. And then how can what if they watch that film and they say, this girl, oh, what did she do to get on? You know,
yes,
your image is finished. So please, when you talk about this immorality on those kind of unprofessional things, it is not for relevant directors. Immediately you start, for instance, now you see a young girl, and then instead of you trying to help the young girl, you start talking rubbish. The girl don't begin look you now. You don't reduce yourself before that girl. Do you understand? So,
Right.
no, this not everybody. This thing is in level. You who are going to a director, see how you can start a career. What is the level of that director? If you go to a market to buy fish, must you always buy, even ice fish get quality.
Yes.
You understand? There is this ice fish they told me. I used to buy that thing. I didn't know. There's this ice fish, still ice fish with a with, but it has the one that's original and fake. Look, I start thinking, how can a living thing have fake thing? So they are fake ice fish.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is your advice for people who are complaining about directors asking for sex before giving them a particular role to
Whoever,
act?
yes, whoever you approach and the person start talking that kind of thing, just know the person is not a director. Walk out of that place. The
And just
person
know that the
and
movie is not going to
going
go
anywhere.
viral. Yeah.
Yes, because spiritually and physically, such things don't work. It can even affect the whole film. I don't want to go into spiritual things when it comes to films. Let me even tell you something. I am the chairman of the Directors Guild of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom and Cross River State Chapter. If a DGN director, for any reason, DGN licensed director that is based in Akwa Ibom or that is from
Right.
Akwa Ibom and Cross River State ask you for sex, please call 080 24 24 7002. 080 24 24 7002. Just call that my number. I don't think any of our members can do that. I don't think.
Professor, how about
Yes.
the ones that are not licensed?
They are not directors now. It's just
How do
like
we know the non-licensed directors?
you
Because
will
there are
not see DGN in their names now.
some
You won't see DJ in their
agents
names.
would fake it.
You see DJ in their name, we will arrest you. If we see a film in the market, you're not a DGN member, and there's a DGN, attached to your name, you're not licensed, you have a DGN attached to your name, you'll be arrested.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that means we should be working with DJ
Work with DGN directors who that work with DGN directors that you can actually arrest, you can complain about, people that are licensed, because like that kind of thing that is happening, if any man harass you, if any DGN director harass you, the license will be withdrawn.
Okay.
The license will be withdrawn with immediate effect. You understand? Just lay that complaint, lay that petition. License is withdrawn. Do you understand? If a DJ director directs somebody's film, let me even tell you, if you direct a producer's film and it's questionable, the producer will petition you to the Directors Guild of Nigeria. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And your license will be suspended. So please, they know these things. That's why we have the best directors in the Directors Guild of Nigeria. They don't, before you even become a DJ member, they know the process. They know how much you pay. They know the interview. They know the screening. It is not a simple thing to be a DJ member. So it's not simple to be a DJ. That's why people are running away. Do you understand? So there's prestige in the Directors Guild of Nigeria.
Okay, so we see a situation whereby you work with a director.
It's between artist managers.
Okay.
Now you carry yourself, go become
And that's
an artist to somebody
someone.
who is telling you, I'll make you a star. Let me tell you this.
Person
I'm
will
telling
just
you,
take
I'm
limits
telling you
your career.
openly, nobody can make you a star. Even the people that God used me to push them up, I cannot claim. That's why I can't mention their name on air. Nobody can make anybody a star. What makes you a star is one, the grace of God. Two, your talent. Do you understand? Three, your hard work. You can be very talented, but you can't blow because you are not working hard. Four, your spiritism. Your spiritism.
Okay.
Your spiritism. In fact, spiritism is 60% of everything I've mentioned there. Talent, a great percentage. Now, God in heaven that makes stars your purpose of becoming famous before he allow you become famous. I am an experienced star maker, so I know I have seen the best of talent that have not blown in this town.
Okay.
They are better than those on top today, but they cannot blow because they have not been able to define purpose. If you like, believe me, when God is satisfied that you not use your stardom and do some certain things that is going to bring fire in you, Do you understand? You can become a star today and you die the next day because you become star. You become so great that you become mad. Stardom can run negative in your life. So when God knows that you cannot handle it, He won't give you. Do you understand? So secondly, you can also leave God and get stardom from your village or from where you travel to. Satan can make you a star with conditions. He will take your eye, you become star. Take your leg, you become star.
Okay.
Do you understand? So that is the truth. Stardom is not only physical, it is spiritual. That's the truth.
Okay. Okay. So, so what are the effects or the positive effects of production houses?
Very good. Positive effect of production houses. I don't see the only negative effect of production houses are fake production houses.
Mm.
But a good production house will give the opportunity to go to rehearsals.
Okay.
Do you understand? Opportunity to go to rehearsals will give you opportunity to give you connections, introduce you. A good production house will give you. We will become an academy where you can learn. You understand? You don't jump from one audition to the other. You have who to look up to as a leader and become disciplined, and you learn. You understand? So production house have a whole lot of positive sides that I may not be able to mention or out here. But then there are good production houses and bad production houses. There may be a production house that the person established for the purpose of getting girls to sleep with.
Okay.
You come innocently to come and be. That's where we have bad names. The person don't is not a professional. The person does not have a purpose. He just decide to establish that to have to chase clout. That's what we call a negative or bad production house. Those are the people that are giving Nollywood bad names. Do you understand? And then a good production house will package your life. Do you understand? Will package your career, will grow. But where it is bad is when you see a production house start telling you don't act for another director. Maybe the person does not see you qualified to go on, is still cooking you, you are still undone. Do you understand?
Okay.
Believe if you go out, you're not disciplined enough to control yourself. You may go and sleep with that director, you may go and do this, and maybe the person is not even a director, and the person believe you're going that out there.
To expose.
It will make the person is eyeing you, and the unprofessional director may abuse you. That's the person is trying to protect you. The person also can be negatively overprotective.
See.
You understand? So you have to also be wise. The Bible said wisdom is profitable to
Yeah.
direct. So you look at the whole thing. When you are ripe to move out, you move out. Do you understand? That is how it is. I have a production house. Bollywood TV is a production house in that been there. I used to have a production house called Burning Bruce Production that's produced whole lot of stars. And they act for everybody. In fact, I used to even drag their hand and introduce them. Because you alone cannot make somebody great. You need, other people to help you to make them exposed. Thank you.
Okay, sir. I think during the birth of the movie industry in Akwa State, your production house and other production house helps the actors, the ones we have now who are faces. They do rehearsals, they help them to give them script, they go through it, they learn before they go into production. But currently, most of the actors we have now, the new ones that are coming in, they don't do rehearsals. Most of them don't even go through their scripts.
I think it has to do with I think it has to do with hunger, lack of money for logistics. I don't blame them.
Okay.
I used to the people I claim today to say that God used me to push them.
Okay.
If I tell you what they passed through in my hand, do you understand? The people you see as stars today. When I say star, I don't mean stars living in you. I mean Nollywood stars that are from Akwa Ibom here. Do you understand? There are stars. If you seeing them, they are not YouTube stars. I mean stars that God passed through my hand to make them today. They may not count the slaps. They may not count the kicks. Do you understand?
Okay.
At prison staff club, when we used to, that prison staff club along Barracks Road, near the government house, where you have the main prison, there's a staff club there that we used to rehearse on daily basis. Before we shoot one film, we'll rehearse for 2 months. On dailies, you will come. Do you understand? The big stars you see today, all of them, they were coming like say they are coming after their work. They come there. After their work, they come there. Do you understand? Eh. And then he called the Beneswa Hotel. We used to rehearse there. Now, it is difficult to go through this now. Transportation. Do you understand? The director that is you're coming there, I didn't charge the money. The director that is coming there every day, every day, every day, what will he eat? These people used to be so hungry. That time I was living at a Senate that they will return. In fact, all of them, if they are hearing me wherever they are, or China, they should come and pay me. I say I will cook a full pot of food like this to eat, and young boys will come into the house and carry the pot around.
Start eating.
Because they are hungry. They have no other means of income. They are working on their career.
Mm.
Do you understand? So it is not easy to run a production house. And it is not easy for an artist to work on his or her career. It takes a whole lot of time
Time
and
and
money. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so the advice is that as an upcoming artist or actor, you need to enroll into a production.
I think it's advisable you have a production house initially if you're starting. And then a good production house. Do you understand? Depending on the site, if you're in Lagos, you get a manager when you grow. Don't start having a manager when you have not blown. Do you understand? What is he managing? You are not a star. What is he managing? Who is he talking your price to? Who is he negotiating you for? Do you understand? You're not a product. So understand? So forget manager. Go and get an academy, or go and get in maybe some run a very beautiful academy. I'm told they have left to you. That is the
Where
Royal Art Academy. That is an academy and a production house. It has molded a whole lot of people. Do you understand? Stars, hard work.
So the time I saw one of their movies, they were doing very well.
Yes. So you join one of these production house. If you can't come to Nollywood TV, get to Royal Art Academy, get to an academy, get to a production house, and work on yourself. Do daily rehearsals, improve yourself, so that when you go out there, you know, say, I'm going to Lagos. 90% of people that left to you for Asaba are still rooming from one hotel in Asaba to the other. Some of them have become hotel managers, some of them have become house boys in Asaba. None of them have blown yet. Do you understand?
okay.
Because you cannot live into what you did not prepare for. There's competition in Lagos, there's competition in Asaba, and you are nothing. You want to go and begin there? You will not begin there. You go and let you see this phone. I used to tell people, if I leave this phone now, it will drop. You know why? It is the law of process, the law of gravity. Work. Don't think you will blow overnight. You are not the video. Even the video work. The guy have been telling his stories now that his father abandoned him. He passed through the process. Stardom is not a common thing. Do you understand? Oh, Portable blow. Portable. Go and ask Portable what he did to blow. How the process he went through. You cannot jump the gun. There is always a process. Pass through it. You understand? If you want to run above the protest, you will go and jam who will demand for sex because you want to play lead
There's one
role.
thing about blowing and staying on it.
Yes.
You may blow today and tomorrow no one knows about
Nobody
it.
know about
Nobody
you
hears about you
because you
again.
want to jump the gun. You go and
Yes.
made a quack director and say, I want to be Genevieve. Yeah. Do
So
you know?
sometimes you
Is
need
that
to
telling
just
you? Do you know
calm
what
down
Genevieve
and
passed
work on
through?
yourself.
I will make Genevieve, and you believe it. So that is where all these problems come from. I think somebody is asking, since we are a product of what we see
What?
and what we know, then Tiekpan, that
Movies
moves
play
play
significant
significant in the
in
role of
shaping the
shaping.
minds of the people.
Yes.
How do we then create a synergy by making the audience
Please just make it bold
understand
next
that
time.
sometimes these dramas are not always realistic?
Yeah, when you start making an audience understand that your drama, your film, or your story, or your plot is not real, is not realistic, then the audience will not watch again. Nobody will like watching fiction. You have to make the person watch the film. That's why people love watching 3D. You watch the film and you become the film. You cry with the film. You believe the film. When you believe the film, you like the film. You understand? But when you start seeing the story as, okay, it's not reality, we're just having fun, except it is comedy. But if it is tragedy, if it is realism, if it is a thriller, if it is an emotional story, then you must make them believe it. You must get to where they believe and become. I've seen a viewer become the film, as an in the film. So the guy cried, stand the whole chair for film, and that is the kind of film that will thrill. That's the kind of film that will sell. Do you understand? So we should think about
I think
making
somebody
realities.
just dropped a
Yes.
comment.
Since the inception of Akwa Ibom movie industry, please, sir, can you help us explain
Explicitly.
explicitly how the
The industry
industry
has
has
impacted
impacted society?
advertising.
Yes. Number one, The day Iso Jehovah was released, So Jehovah sold 2 million copies. The marketer, Press International, bought me a car, brand new car, for making that film. The impact of that film closed down about 300 prayer houses in Uyo. Yes. The church called Iso Jehovah closed down. Members of that church reduced by half. That is what we call how a film can impact. Do you understand? Can impact the society. Fake prayer houses. People used to meet me and clap. Do you understand? The film affected the society. That prayer houses used to break homes. Somebody would just see you and say your mother-in-law is a witch, and the son refused to believe that mother is a witch, and you, the wife, you still insist. My prophet told me your mother is a witch, and homes will break from. But when that film came, that film, was able to catch the minds. So that is the effect of what films, and that's not only Jehovah alone. There are other movies that Akwa Ibom people have made. Like Aniebe Francis made a film. The film was called The List. You understand? In this town. And that film that Aniebe Francis made, you understand, was able to touch minds of people. Now, bride price have started going down.
Sure.
People start telling their children, so I have fun. Because Aniebe Francis made that film. So, Akwa Ibom movies have actually affected our society in several ways, and we thank God for that. Yeah.
We have a comments on Facebook.
Yeah.
He said from Curtis Cheese. Yeah.
Okay.
He said, what can you do to a certified production manager that is also a YouTuber who sold his producer monetized YouTube channel that is managing without his or her permission? What can you do to the weakest?
Okay. Write a petition to the Association of Movie Producers, Akwa Ibom State. Write that petition, send it to me. I'll take it to the chairman of the Association of Movie Producers, and Ebe Francis. The person with a complaint will be lodged, and that production manager will be arrested. Yes.
Because I had a story of this. I think that was 2 months ago.
Yes.
A friend contacted me and told me that one of his YouTube channel was being sold out without our permission.
Yes. There are people that are doing it. I suffered a whole lot when I came. Yes.
Wait, the law.
And
Get it back.
there's this federal parastatal that we ignore. All content creators and owners of intellectual properties, we ignore the Nigerian Copyright Commission. When you have a name of something, take it to Barracks Road. I think it's number 1 Barracks Road, opposite that Catholic Church. Nigerian Copyright Commission. Go and register this your concept with them, so that you can get that YouTube to go and arrest the person, and the person will wake up tomorrow and say this is it's a property.
Apart from that, sir, I think we should also go on an agreement with any manager that's
Yes.
managing your platform, each of your platform, be it Facebook or YouTube.
YouTube, yes.
So yes, you should go on agreement
Agreement with the person, yes.
that they are to manage your page or your channel so period of time, after which we return it to you. So in that case, I think they will know that they are under law, and they will know the things to do and the ones not to do. So I think we have answered the question.
Yeah. I think people are still, this Catherine Abe is still hanging on this sex for real. Madam, if you've not been a victim, please keep calm. The industry, you don't have money. You must be ready to sleep with most directors. It is not in the industry. Please, I can bet you. I can bet you it's not in the directors that want sex are not licensed directors. I can bet you. Who is to sleep with you? I don't understand. I want to make a film. The thing is still sounding strange in my ear.
Licensed directors do as well, because there was a time Regina Daniels' mother was saying something online. She said if not because she's also an actress in
Mm.
the movie industry,
Mm.
that her daughter would have been used by the directors in Nollywood.
Use the word use is a compound word. Can be used in making film without paying her money.
From making
Having
films
sex.
sexually.
Oh, madam, listen to
She
me.
can be
You mentioned
harassed
that
sexually.
Okay.
They tried it.
Okay.
So I think even the professional directors too.
No, I beg to differ. Listen to me.
you mentioned
There's this thing. Let me.
Some, not all.
No, I beg to differ.
okay.
There is this thing that you must know. When it comes to making a film, we are not talking about going into a village and seeing people run up and down like Waka Pass and a Randy want to sleep with one of them. I'm talking about film. Do you understand? Any man in churches, pastors are doing it, doctors are doing it, policemen are doing it, even police in checkpoint. Because children are carrying pure water to say police want to sleep with. It is spread to any Randy. Any vehicle. But when we talk about sleeping for role, that is where I am particular. You want to make a good film that will hit the box office, and you're looking for who to sleep with and put in the film. Think now.
Mhm.
So, and secondly, you too, you too, that is making yourself a sleeping tool. You have seen that this man is Randy. You are still going around. Or you open a conversation on social media with somebody that is a director, and instead of the person facing, you're telling the person, I want to become a movie. That every man on social media will check you, ask you out, lie to you. But when you have told the person, I want to be an actress, I want to work on my career, and the person say, before I help you sleep with me, and you cannot leave that particular conversation immediately and tell the person who you still continue the conversation since you've seen the person who he is and he's still coming. You're still talking to the person to a point where you accept and you go and you come to blame industry. Who are you blaming?
Okay, so I think in that case, the actors shouldn't be desperate. Yes, one, you should use the right path, because most of them just go to meet the directors.
Mhm.
Said, I want to act.
The- the- the-
From there, the director can choose to do anything to you.
When you say
Because
I
they're
want,
not even the ones in charge of the movie. Sometimes they're just directing. They are not even the producers.
sometimes they are not even directors. It happened to me one day. I was at SWA. Oh God, I won't mention name on this podcast. I was at SWA in Ikodegbene those days, and I heard my production assistant, not even up to DOP level, not even up to senior, crew members, discussing with a girl downstairs. Go to me, get face. And I heard them. So most of these people you are sleeping with are not directors. They don't have anything to do with film. They are just crew members. They are just people. They will come
People.
and they will come and you still say industry is bad. Force this to yourself. You don't have value for yourself. You don't have prestige to yourself, and you get to that particular level, and you allow somebody to do that to you.
I think
So you don't blame us.
I also think the issue is actually from the upcoming or the young
Mhm.
actors.
Mm.
Because most of them will tell you, I'll do anything, just be part of this production.
Mm.
And they don't even know that production may not even excel them. That they won't even still go anywhere. They're just going to
Yes.
act.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of people don't really like to act this waka pass role. They say that the role will not blow them. So if they
Okay.
need, let's say, a lead role or a sub lead role, they want to play a major
Character.
Character.
yes.
You walk to a quack now, and you tell the quack directly, I want to be a star. No, I want to blow now. And the quack look at you and say, okay, you want to blow, bring 200,000. You blow now. I mean, as in you just blow. And you call that industry, or the person just look at you, have the 200,000 and start becoming immoral with you. You call that industry? Those are not industry. It happens in every way in the society. Even this studio, you can have a bad gate man standing downstairs, and a girl come here and say, "Is there any work here?" And the gate man say, "Can I sleep with you? You be manager." Do you call it studio? Those are not the So please, those things may happen, but it is not happening because of our industry. It's happening because the person is a quack, is not a professional, and the person that is also giving or falling a victim is not careful. Yes, that is it.
Okay, Mr. Victor Akpan said, and he had something to say.
Okay, Mr. Victor Pan is a member of the Directors Guild of Nigeria. Mr. Victor Pan is a veteran filmmaker. Mr. Victor Pan is the one that actually orchestrated the coming of the Actors Guild of Nigeria to Akwa Ibom State. He's a member of the Directors Guild of Nigeria. He's a colleague, he's a friend, and he's a brother. Yeah. You want to bring him on? Do you do that on live? Okay. All right. All right.
Okay, sir, let's talk about audition.
Auditions. Okay.
I think that's one of the best way to discover a talent.
Talents.
Yeah. Auditions are ways to discover talent. Do you understand? Audition are ways to discover talent. You can actually discover a good talent through audition or through a talent discovery program.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Audition is good. Please, if you hear of any audition as an upcoming talent, please try and go to auditions. Not all or you will not be accepted in all auditions, and directors are different set of people. This director may accept you, the other one reject you, depending on what they want. And we have different species of directors who look out for different things, because they are trying to um, um, develop a plot, and you may not be what that story wants. Do you understand? You may not look like the picture they want in their film at the particular time. If they don't take you up in the audition, if they don't accept you in that particular audition, don't be offended. You don't be discouraged. Keep going for auditions, and as you go for the audition, face the audition. Do you understand? Don't face the audition organizer. Do you understand? Face the audition, face the issue. If anybody tries to say what is bad to you, what you don't find, don't walk away. Except you're admiring the person too. Then two of you can tango, and don't blame it on the industry. Thank you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Is it right for a director to audit, let's say, a popular actor?
It's possible to do that. It's happening everywhere in the world. That you may be very popular, but he has not worked with you before. He has not seen you before. Do you understand that kind of thing? And he decides to cast you. He organized a casting class. It may not be on audition. He decided to put you on play. Do you understand? Test whether you can be able to do this. Now, but that is different from a popular um, actor that is contracted. The director already know your worth, know your interpretation, knows what you can do, and ask the producer, I want this particular person to use in interpreting my plot. Do you understand? And or the producer say, I want this person to use in selling my film. Do you understand? So those are two different cases.
Okay, so we have a case whereby a director will call for an audition. He's looking for, let's say, he's looking for 10 people.
Okay.
Now you call for an audition. He will not specify that he's looking for 10 people, or this is the person is looking for maybe an age woman, so someone is in his early 30 or 20, but he will call for a general audition. Then at the end of the day, he will choose or take only 5 people.
Of course, now
That's what we call audition.
that's
because
audition. You want to select beans. You bring different kind of things together, and then you pick out beans. Now leave sand. Sand maybe 1 million, beans is 5.
Does not matter the age.
It doesn't matter whatever he is calling for a general audition. Do you understand? And to do his job. If you find out that he will not be taken, don't go. Simple.
I think we see some questions here.
Yeah.
From Mimi's Food and Modeling, most directors will be getting ransom from some upcoming producers, simple because the producer is a JJC, trying to know more in the industry. Why are directors the problem in the industry? That's the question.
So directors are a problem in the industry. I was here director. Oh, since we got my director, you were not talking industry, you were talking director. Madam, see ransom. How? A director demands you call an engineer to build you a house. And the engineer said, so you present your plan, which is a script, to the engineer. Your plan for building of the house, which is a script, to the engineer. The engineer pick up his biro to interpret the 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 script and then form a structure like an engineer. He want to form the structure to start building, and he did his quantity survey. Do you understand? With his voice, there's a quality surveyor by his side, there's an architect by his side, and things. And then he comes to tell you, which is in real life, there's a production manager by his side, there's a continuity script, the script supervisor by his side, and they come up to tell you, madam, this is what I will charge for this job.
Okay.
And you pay. Even if you pay him consultancy for breaking down the script for you, do you understand? You pay. If you cannot pay, you walk away. Directors are not armed robbers. They won't force you. It is only when you, and secondly, it is your choice of directors. You know, I keep telling people in Akwa Ibom, you know directors that are good, but you're still choosing to give people job based on your sentiment or your local government or your tribe. You bring a director that you have not seen his job, and up to a level, up to, you know that this one is a level, but to you, he's too popular. He go charge too much. So you start thinking that way. And you go outside, you bring a director that you believe is, I don't want to work with white people. You don't know, my dear. See this town. If I want to tell stories of what I have faced in this town, they have they have seen good directors in this town. They leave directors to go and bring somebody that is not good. That is, people here are better than, just because of their mentality. I want to do Gen Z. You go and bring somebody, and the person come and do nonsense about your film. Or maybe you hire somebody here. You know people that are good. You've been watching films. This director you're hiring, that you call problem of the industry, the one you're bringing, have you seen his job before? Have you seen her job before? Do you understand? How far can he sell your job? Some directors don't even have good social media presence, and you want your film to sell. I have seen a film, the producer is struggling, trying to pay blocks, and I look at the director's page. I've not even seen a post of that film. Do you understand? The person will finish directing your film and does not even have your work at hand. He's not even proud of the job he did, and you come to complain. Are you not the one that hire? What are you complaining? There are people that can sell film. There are footballers that are good in football. You are a coach. You want to hire footballers. You don't see the one where they score. You don't like them. You become finish the judge. You want to go and bring the ones that cannot. Think now. And then at the end of the day, you are blaming the industry. Oh, please. I think I've explained that question.
So, sir, I think we need to set maybe a day, once a month, maybe for results for anybody that want to go into the movie industry. Because a lot of people, a lot of the content creators we have now in Akwa Ibom State, even outside Akwa Ibom State, most of them started as an actor.
Mm.
Because of what they face in the industry, they have to back out, they have to maybe go into something else. So I think we need to maybe call them back, see how we can put an end to all this.
That's why I and some people, some filmmakers in Akwa Ibom State, established what is known as Ibom Nollywood TV.
Okay.
Now, Ibom Nollywood TV, as we speak, have almost 300 upcomers. We do rehearsals before we film. We try to work on your career. It is Ibom. That means it's simply an Akwa Ibom. But people living like the film we just finished shooting, Asari, there are people living in Akwa Ibom who are not indigenes of Akwa Ibom who are part of that film. You understand? Because henceforth, we'll be making films in both English and Akwa Ibom. We're making English films, basically English film. Some of our films will be English, strictly English, with faces that we bring from mainstream Nollywood stars. And then some will also be strictly here, where we use that film to teach our people. I believe the best learners learn in the field. Do you understand? Not that I don't believe in classroom teachings. I believe, but I also believe that in my craft, the best way to learn is in the field. The people that God has used me to raise so far are people, they were raised in the field. Do you understand? Given opportunities to go and try their best, and they thrive through rehearsals, through corrections. And so we are doing this in Ibom Nollywood TV. And we've just shot Asari, The Return. Asari the return. If you go and look at, if you subscribe to Ibom Nollywood TV on YouTube, and then you also go to YouTube, and you see Asari the return, and you watch the first part 2 will be released this Friday. You also watch part 2 of this film. You will see very fresh talent in these movies. Fresh talent in these movies. Talents that we are giving opportunities to grow, to thrive, and also veterans that are part of this film. The young man that is called Victor Pan that is talking to us in the background was my assistant director in Asari The Return. And we gave opportunities. We trained people on the field. There were about, each camera that stood on set had about 5 other people behind that camera learning how to shoot. Do you understand? We had trainees, all of them, and we had people training on makeup. Today we have Macaulay, who after this film, he's presently in Oyo State, and working in a bigger professional set. He was here in Asar, and he trained almost 10 people on set on makeup, creative makeup. Do you understand? So that's what we do. We are training in the field, we are giving opportunities, and we are raising. When you're very good, like I mentioned some few names here, when you are very, very good, do you understand? We mark you for push. Do you understand? And then believe that God is going to favor you. Because by my experience, you can push somebody for close to 10 years. The person does not blow. You can push. Maybe my one on able to work, will become no matter all your investment, it work. Thank you.
So I believe there are a lot of people who would want to join the Ibom Hollywood TV. So do they need to register before joining it, or they need to come for an audition?
Yeah, the Nollywood TV have a registration, but it's not much. Do you understand? It's not much. It's just tokens. Do you understand? But then you need to come. The most important, if you are very good and you don't have the money, we'll still put you in. Do you understand? If you are very good, the most important thing, the greatest purpose of Ibom Nollywood TV is to, discover raw talent. So if we see that you are very good, and how can we see it? Come for our auditions. All of them that were in our last audition saw what happened. Immediately we find out that those people that were good, we just come this way, come this way. That's what we did. You understand? So if you're very good, we'll give you an opportunity, we'll take you along, and we'll see how we can push you. Do you understand? Because and it must not be only from Akwa Ibom. Everybody as long as you live in Akwa Ibom State, you appreciate Akwa Ibom State, come for our auditions. Ibom Nollywood TV auditions. Yes.
Okay, sir. I think I really like that the Nollywood TV.
Yeah.
How can, if in case I want to partner or I want to come in as a partner, how can I partner with you?
You are hitting the point. We are looking for people that will partner with us to shoot films. Do you understand? We are looking for people that will partner with us and shoot good films. Now, our channel is one of the fastest growing film channel, not content creation, film channel. In just 5 days, we have, as of today, I think it is up to about 20 something. Just few days of loading us at the return. We have 20,000 views, and it's still growing every day. Do you understand? Our subscription is growing every day. Our channel was monetized while we were preparing. The Akwa people, I want to use the opportunity to thank Akwa people for all the love, self-love, and they love their thing, because the Nollywood TV is for everybody that lives in Akwa Ibom or that identify with Akwa Ibom from whatever tribe. Do you understand? So they love Akwa Ibom. So if you are here and you have talent, you're living in this town, just like my governor has said, if you have talent, please approach Ibom Nollywood TV. Be part of us. Do you understand? Okay. And like you see, Ibom Nollywood TV is a direct adaptation of the vision of our governor, Pastor Mobaseno, through the Arise agenda, through the Arise agenda vision. Now, we decided